What up? What up? What's going on? Let's hop right into it. Allergies is going crazy, so I ain't gonna hold y'all too long today. Got a lot to do. Love Styles collection dropping tomorrow, so I gotta get some things underway. All right, here we go. What's up? It's your girl Mariah. You're now tuned into Survival Kit Business. Today is April the 14th, 2022. I sound real nasally. It's allergy season. But last week I was complaining about the rain. This week it's sunny, like the weatherman said it would be. So I'm grateful, right? Trying to hold off on getting allergy medicine, but I might just break down. Your girl might break down. I'm trying to be more holistic the older I get, but it's not working. So pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. All right, let's hop right into it. Today, what are we talking about? Discipline beats talent. Discipline beats talent. Quote of the day: a man with a cause is far more eager to succeed than a man without. A man with a cause is far more eager to succeed than a man without. What is your purpose? What is your purpose? In order for your discipline to beat talent, you gotta have purpose. And what is your purpose? What is the reason? What is the why? The reasons that we're here, as Earth, Wind, and Fire said, right? Why are you here? What is your purpose? Is this for your employer? Are you a great employee? You want to be the best employee? Is this for your family? Is this for the world at large? What is the reason for why you're doing what you're doing? That's the first pillar of discipline. All right. And then once you find out your why, you want to now develop a strategy, build a plan. A goal without a plan isn't a goal, it's a dream, right? I got all the quotes for you today. You want to come up with a strategy. What is your strategy? What is the steps on how you're going to accomplish the purpose? Right? How are you going to accomplish the cause? What is your cause? And how are you going to accomplish the cause? What is the strategy? You want to be realistic. You want to set priorities. You have to be realistic. You can say that you want to make $1 million a year. The cause would be because you want to have financial freedom. Okay, so what's the strategy? You got to have a strategy. You got to have a plan, all right? And you need breaks while you're doing this. So for me, I am a business manager. And so I like to work straight through. I like to go straight through. I don't like to stop. And because of that, I get very, very tired. And then I have to stop and start and stop and start. Now I'm not productive. So for me, I like to work straight through to get to where I need to go. So sometimes that doesn't work out. That means I need to take a break. So you want to plan out your breaks while you're working through the strategy, okay? And then you want to build habits. Habits take about 90 days to get going. And it's easy for you to break your habit. It's much more easy for you to break a habit than to build a habit. So if you're doing something consistently, if you stop doing it consistently at least 3 times, like for example, this podcast every Thursday 6 p.m. coming to you on all streaming platforms, and on Fridays the visuals up on YouTube. If I stop that at least 3 times, if I'm 3 weeks, I'm like, you know what, I'm just tired. By that fourth week, I'm probably not going to want to do it. Probably like, you know what, yeah, it's okay, right? So it's easy to break a habit. It's very hard to build it. So stick to the routine. Okay. And then once you have your routine, made up, and you're taking your necessary breaks, and you're sticking to the strategy, you're making sure you're following the goal or the purpose. You want to do it with passion. You want to have passion behind what you do. The reason why you want to do stuff with passion is because even if you don't feel like it, even if I'm exhausted and I'm tired, the passion, the fire that burns in me to get this purpose out will keep me sustained. It'll keep me going, okay? So with that, you want to make sure that you're having fun, but just remember that everything in life won't be fun. If everything in life was fun, life would be easy and no one would be complaining about anything. Everything would just be so happy and everything would just be so grand. And that's just not realistic, right? Life is difficult. Life can be hard. And so you want to make sure that the passion stays consistent, right? Because that's going to keep you within the habit, and that's going to keep you stuck on the strategy, and that's what's going to help you, eventually complete the goal. All right. And so while you're doing all of this, you want to limit distractions. So for me, I like to turn the phone off or put it to the side, put it on do not disturb. I have a bad habit of scrolling through Twitter. Twitter is a very funny place for me. And so I scroll and scroll, and next thing you know, I done got lost in the weeds, and I'm deep and down the rabbit hole on the other side of Twitter that I don't need to be on, and it just gets crazy. So for me, I sometimes while I'm working, especially if I'm working for a client, I have to put the phone on Do Not Disturb. I tend to use my laptop only because I don't like Twitter on laptops. It's just kind of weird. So for me, I try to limit my distractions as much as possible. I keep pen and paper because like I said, every show I have my notepad. I like the fact that I have to use my brain. I have to sit and I have to think. I have to actually write things out. And so when I'm working, I try to keep a pen and paper near me, because it just helps you not be so distracted by the phone. All right, so you want to limit your distractions. You might want to go into a corner. You might want to you might want to, like I said, put that phone down. You might want to put some headphones in, play some music. I like to play jazz or some her. I'm on a big her kick right now, so I like to play her, Jasmine Sullivan, some, some Kelly Price, those kind of songs, like songs, and it just kind of keeps me focused, keeps me on the path of what I'm doing. All right. And then you want to just take a second to look at everything you've accomplished. So go back over the strategy and make sure you're doing everything that you set out to do during that strategy, right? So while you're building these habits and while you're working on the strategy and while you're staying passionate, while you're making sure your distractions are limited, you want to give yourself small praise. I always say small victories are the best thing because those small victories lead to bigger victories. So if I have one strategy and it has 5 steps, I've broken down my strategy or my plan into 5 steps. Every step I complete, I'm either going out for a drink, I'm going to order me some good food, I'm going to share the news with a friend. You don't have to spend money. I like to eat, drink, and be merry. That's my thing. But that doesn't have to be your thing. You can go for a run, go for a walk, anything that you find liberating, do that. And celebrate those small victories, because if I celebrate 5 victories, I know I've completed my task. And now I can move on to something else. And so I can celebrate the fact that I completed the task. It's all about the self praise, that pat on the back. Your voice is a voice that you'll hear more than anybody's in the world. It's you and you alone in the shower, and at night when you put your head on that pillow. It's just you and your thoughts. And so you want to make sure your thoughts are very kind towards yourself. And so excuse me, you want to make sure that you're praising yourself, because you're going to critique yourself a hell of a lot. I know I critique myself a lot. So you want to make sure you're praising yourself in the process. All right, so after you've reflected over everything, make sure that you're improving. So again, you want to look over the strategies and make sure, okay, this is where I started and this is where I'm going, and it's getting better and better and better. You want to keep improving yourself. You don't want to stop. You don't want to stop developing, right? Because even though you're not the most talented, once you get these steps, these pillars down, these 7 pillars down, and you make sure that you're staying disciplined, I guarantee you that consistency and that discipline will take you much further than what talent can. All right, so let's recap. What are the 7 pillars of discipline? Purpose, finding out the why. You want to come up with a strategy. And then once you come up with that strategy, you want to put some habits in place so that you're staying consistent. You want to make sure, because while you're in that consistent state, things can get stagnant. So you want to make sure your passion is there. All right. And while you're doing that, you want to limit as many distractions as possible. If that means on a bigger scale, cutting off friends, if that means on a smaller scale, just putting your phone on Do Not Disturb, do those things. Now, of course, be kind with everything that you do. But if there's a goal in mind and you're eager to accomplish that goal, you got to limit distractions. Okay. And you want to look back over what you're doing. Make it a habit to ask around. Hey, put your business partners on to the goals that you have. Hey, do you see me getting closer? Let's celebrate. I finished this on my way to completing this goal. Making sure you're giving yourself praise, being kind to yourself, talking nicely to yourself. We talk to ourselves so mean. You want to be nice to yourself, all right? And then make sure you're implementing everything that is being done. All the feedback that you're getting, make sure that you're actually using it. Don't use people's shoulders up. You want to make sure you're implementing what they're giving you. All right, so again, those 7 pillars: have a purpose or a goal, make a strategy, become consistent with that strategy, make sure the passion, the fire never dies, Make sure you're limiting distractions because we have a goal to accomplish. Make sure you're reflecting, you're looking over things, you're praising yourself, you're giving yourself good vibes, and you're making sure that you're talking to other people, business partners, spouse, someone close to you who knows what you're going through, and actually take that good advice, chew the meat, spit out the bone of what's going on, making sure that you're accomplishing your goals, all right? Again, I told you I'm coming to you quick this week. Got a lot on my plate today, so I wanted to get in, give you some good food, and get out. All right. Again, it's your girl Mariah. Thank you so much for listening to Survival Kit Business. Shameless plug. Make sure y'all supporting the Love Styles collection. They turn 1 tomorrow on April the 15th. Very excited for them. A great year coming up. Got some great things in store. So make sure you're supporting them. New drop at 12 p.m. They'll be going live tonight, April 14th. Check out their page if you can't check it out on the 14th. If you're listening to this after, you want to check out that live, make sure you go to their page. That's at Love Styles Collection. That's LUVSTYLEZ Collection. Again, at Love Styles Collection on Facebook, on Instagram, lovestylescollection.com. Shoot them an email. Contact them if you need some styling inquiries. They're definitely down to give you a consultation. All right. Thanks again for tuning in. Love y'all. Peace.